Alright, we're here for the second game. This hand's fine. This is kind of what I was talking about with the Fire Blasts, but we'll go ahead and keep it. Generally don't like seeing 2 Fire Blasts in my hand. I think it's pretty terrible in multiples usually. This is a lot of damage though, so... it's at least a hand that can play out this kind of stuff. I mean, because we have 14 damage in hand. The issue is like... with multiple Fire Blasts, you're kind of hoping to flood out, which is not really what the deck wants to do, you know? Well, okay, it'll work for now. I don't want to bolt right now. I want to see what the opponent's playing, and if we're going to flood out, we need to potentially react to what our opponent is doing and kill some of their stuff. I also might want my opponent, like if he's playing Chalice in his deck, I might want him to just play Chalice on 1 right now and me just be able to respond with a Lightning Bolt and kind of time walk him that way. This seems like it's either Nick Fit or, gosh, I don't know, potentially Black-Green Depths or something like that, but this is just like a very slow start for them. I think that since there's multiple basic swamps, it's probably not a Loam deck, but I could be wrong. I mean, it just seems very unlikely that they have so many basics right off the bat. Sure. Again, I'm still gonna, I think, just hold on to this Lightning Bolt for now. We have so much land in our hand that it just doesn't really make sense for us to fire away. We might as well sit back and hold them a little bit. Make our opponent do some more damage to himself, potentially. So that puts them at 13, which means we just need to draw 1 more of most of the burn spells in our deck to get them. Oh, well, I guess Goblin Guide doesn't count. I was thinking of Goblin Guide as well. But, I mean, a Swift Spear here, as long as it can get through, wouldn't be the worst, but my gut says the Swift Spear doesn't make it to damage. We'll see. I am going to bolt at this point just to increase the damage that we do, but yeah, as I say, I feel like this is getting Abrupt Decayed probably. Assassin's Trophy wouldn't actually be the worst thing in the world for us either, hilariously enough. We definitely do not want Price of Progress here. Hopefully our opponent pitches a duel just to turn Price of Progress into 2 damage for us. But again, I'm thinking this is probably some variation of Nick Fit. Something that has lifelink here would really suck. I'm trying to think of things besides Obstinate Baloth or like Thragtusk that they would play here. Main deck Plague Engineer is kind of interesting as well. Okay, it's probably Nick Fit at this point. What is this? I'm kind of scared of whatever this is. Is he going for like a Green Sun for 5? Okay. It's gonna be something that has lifelink, and it's probably gonna be Thragtusk. Yeah, so this game is probably just over at this point. We've unfortunately flooded out pretty badly. Yeah. This is generally not a very good matchup for us because they do have a lot of basics. And they have a toolbox, and they have stuff like Thragtusk that gains some life and instant speed. This is probably another... Whenever you become the Monarch, yeah, this is a weird Nick Fit deck. So our opponent's coming in for 7 to turn. Kind of thinking we might need to go after his creatures at this point and just hope we get like ridiculously lucky, but the problem is Volrath's Stronghold gets to put this Thragtusk on top of his deck. So we're actually just going to have to Fire Blast him and hope that we somehow are able to race. We're going to have to just draw very hot off the top of our deck. That does not count as drawing hot, unfortunately. So he didn't put the Thragtusk on top of his deck, but he has the ability to. So like I said, I really don't like throwing removal at his creatures because he can just keep recurring Thragtusk. The fact that he didn't means we're probably also in a bad spot. So we're going to have to put this Goblin Guide out as a blocker next turn. We activating Volrath's Stronghold now, just so we can draw it with Monarch. Scoos, I'm guessing. Let's see. So if we play the Guide, shoot the Scoos, we can try to block the Lich. But again, he just has Volrath's Stronghold. Can he Phyrexian Tower? Does this give 3 or does this give 2? Sacrifice creature gives 2. Yeah, there's no real way we're winning this, I don't think. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next game. Okay, we'll bring in the Vortex for sure, we'll bring in the Firecraft. We just kind of need to be able to do as much damage as possible, and like these prices aren't really going to be worth pretty much anything. Ensnaring Bridge would be good if he wasn't running Abrupt Decays and Green Sun Zeniths to find what he's looking for. Eidolon's pretty bad against him as well. This is just like, our deck really just in general struggles against what he's trying to do. I think I have to leave an Ape Rise just because it potentially does damage, but it's just not very good. I could see like an argument for one Ensnaring Bridge, but it's... I don't know. These Eidolons are really bad. Is Price of Progress better? I mean, we're going first, so I'll probably keep Eidolon in just because that's like the best chance of us doing damage. But this is another really bad matchup for us. The good news is it's not very popular. It's usually not a very popular deck, so we don't really have to worry about seeing this in the Legacy tournament that's on Thursday, more than likely. Sneak and Chill, on the other hand, is apparently picking up in popularity a little bit more, so that will be an issue. Yeah, we'll keep this. This is probably the best hand we could really ask for. We've got 2 Vortexes we'll have to remove, and this is just going to deal constant damage to him. We have a turn 1 Swift Spear. Our opponent kept 7. Not really a good sign when your opponent keeps 7 against Burn. Means they're either a bad player or they have cards that matter against you, and you're just going to get run over by them. Hopefully. Oh boy. Well, yeah, Cabal Therapy is pretty nasty. He's going to see both of these Vortexes and be able to take those, and then we probably just won't be able to win the game. Unless we can like rip another Vortex off the top, or unless he struggles on mana. Depending like on how his hand curves out and stuff like that, I guess. So, given these kept 7, I'm kind of worried about this. Luckily for us, he misses the first time, which is good. Go ahead and spike him. We really want him to not have a 2-mana creature here for the Vortexes. I ideally. But he possibly will have like a Veteran Explorer right here, which would be really bad if he has just like a Veteran Explorer too. Oh, he just has another Cabal Therapy. Dang. Well, the good news is this Cabal Therapies probably won't be hitting very much else. I'm thinking I'm probably supposed to, well, I don't really want to Fire Blast now. It's just like the difference between one. Well, so if we Fire Blast now, he'll go down to 4, then he'll fetch down to 3, and then he dies to any... Yeah, I guess we're supposed to. So now he just dies to any 1-mana spell off the top of our deck. That's, as long as he doesn't have a... he's gonna have a Swords and Plowshares too. Jeez, that's a beating. Oh, Dryad Arbor, sure. Didn't think about that. I should have waited till no blocks were declared. That was my fault. I forgot that these guys occasionally run Dryad Arbor for like the synergy that you get with Cabal Therapy. This was what was supposed to kill him. In fact, it potentially would have been enough had he not also had the Abrupt Decay right there. But we're still definitely in this game. We just need our opponent to be a little bit slower. Yeah, Green Suns for 2 means that this Riftbolt probably has to go after the Scavenging Ooze, which I guess gains him 3. Well, he's kind of... No, I'm gonna go after him. He's stuck on green right now. That's hilarious. Okay, so the fetch line doesn't actually do anything for this turn. I think it's still correct to go after him up there, because we just have so many 1-mana spells that kill him right there. And we're still, like, fairly in this game. I mean, there's not, like, a ton of creatures in the graveyard right now, either. He's only going to be able to gain 2 life off the Scavenging Ooze, whereas, like, if I Rift Bolted it, it gains 3. So I like where we're at. Hopefully we... Okay, I was going to say, hopefully we don't get Thragtusk here, or we can just draw a removal spell. A little surprised he didn't go for the life gain there. He's kind of just dead to everything I have anyways. Okay, so now pretty much any spell in our deck is live, except for the creatures. Even Eidolon is decent here, because he can't really remove it. It's not ideal. Well, he can gain a life, then remove it, then untap, gain the life again. Or he can just find a land and be able to play a Thragtusk. If he has a Abrupt Decay, this Vortex isn't actually going to do anything either. Man, that double Cabal Therapy was just so good against us. But he also had the Dryad Arbor as well that we needed to worry about. And to be fair, I punted this game. I didn't think about playing around a Dryad Arbor, so I should have just held my lands anyways until he declared no blocks, basically. Well, I mean, we're gonna go for it, force him to gain the life here with Scavenging Ooze. If he doesn't have Abrupt Decay, he'll gain some life here. I assume he will fetch as well, just because it's neutral, but maybe he won't. Okay, so he might be dead to this, potentially. He needs an Abrupt Decay off the top, or some other way of dealing with that card. Cool. Okay. That worked out okay. The real issue with this matchup is, like, you have to draw your cards at the right spot. Otherwise, you're just kind of in trouble. I think I want to do this. They probably both get about the same amount of damage out of themselves. Eidolon can hurt me, though, and it does give him stuff for Scavenging Ooze to eat. I don't know. Like I said, you kind of have to draw your cards at the right time, otherwise you'll line up poorly with them, because like your creatures get outclassed so quickly. But like, I feel like they're better than the other cards we have in our sideboard. And he's already keeping in Abrupt Decays and stuff like that for the other stuff we have going on. This is a fine hand. Not super excited about it. This is a kind of matchup where, like, if you have... Yeah, there's the Veteran Explorer. See, that's the issue with this kind of stuff, is, like, I have to attack here, but it's just going to ramp him, you know? I guess I'm supposed to attack with Swiftspear because he's just going to block, and, like, it draws him one less card. The good thing is it does thin our deck slightly, but, you know, now he can, like, just, like, play a turn to Obstinate Baloth or something like that, which is pretty bad for us. This said, this Swiftspear is going to be pretty massive here. You know, he has a Swamp in hand. He's chosen to go with the Verdant Catacombs. Hopefully that gets him a Bayou or something like that, so that the price of progresses we have in our deck will potentially be worth something. So, Green Suns for 2. Very excited about that, because that means he's getting a Scavenging Ooze. Definitely going to be shooting that. I don't want to shoot right there, because I want to save triggers for Swiftspear. I should have shot him, and I should have skewered that. That's my bad. I'm gonna go ahead and correct that now. It doesn't really matter. We have so much mana, but it was still the correct thing to do. So he has a Cabal Therapy, which potentially does end up nailing Skewer if he has a fetch land for like a Dryad Arbor. There's the Swamp we know about. There's the Thragtusk, which stinks. Just gonna have to throw everything upstairs, do what we can with what we've got, and hope to top deck out of this, basically. Hopefully we don't draw him into lands here. Deal. Do not care about that card at all. He's gonna block the Swiftspear here. He'll get down to 4. He will get a creature. So these creatures probably aren't gonna do very much more damage to him. But we have fairly live top decks here. I have a couple cards that can deal him 4 damage. We've got another Firecraft. We've got a couple other things that can cross the line for us, like Fire Blast. Would really hate to see another land plus like a Zenith for another Thragtusk here. Or another Scavenging Ooze. In fact, yeah, Zenith or Scavenging Ooze would be kind of brutal here, unless he attacked and then we like drew Fire Blast at the top and we could kill his Scavenging Ooze and still hit in for 4. I don't know. The ball is pretty firmly in his court at this point. Yeah. We've drawn well, though. This is probably the best draw we really could have asked for against his deck without having a... what's it called? Oh, he's gonna get Thragtusk back. That's gross. No, he's going back to Scavenging Ooze. Okay. Sure. I don't really like that, especially if he plays it out here, because it's just like I can just kill it, you know? Okay, that makes sense. He's got the land, so he can go ahead and eat something and not just die to Fire Blast. That makes sense. That's a good call. I'm not going to block if he attacks here, unless it's with, like, unless I'm blocking Scavenging Ooze or something. The reason behind that is I don't want to get blown out. Oh, he's got a stronghold, so now Price of Progress is at least a good top deck here too. We kind of need it right now though. That'll have to do. I don't want to get blown out by the Cabal Therapy that we know is in his hand. So we know he has Cabal Therapy plus Tireless Tracker here. Opponent's about to put the Thragtusk on top of their deck, they're going to go up to 7. This is a 1-of in their deck, so it's a little bit unfortunate that they ended up finding it. Would have been really nice to draw the Vortex there. We still have our opponent in a pretty precarious position, though, honestly. They really can't afford to attack too much at this point in time. And we have a lot of life to just kind of take their little baby hits that they'll be giving us. I potentially should have held the Goblin Guide, just because I might have been able to like get him later if he made an attack. I could just like play the Goblin Guide and just kind of get him. Because he's probably not gonna like name Goblin Guide blindly with Cabal Therapy, but I don't know. Definitely holding on to the Fire Blast. What if he's got an Abrupt Decay in hand right now? A lot of good top decks here for us. Oh, and Assassin's Trophy. That's actually kind of nice, because now we don't have to sacrifice a land, I guess, and we do get a land out of our deck. So we still know about these 2 cards, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he fetched the Tireless Tracker away. The scary thing here is if he realizes he can Cabal Therapy me, then sacrifice his Thragtusk. I'm just going to take this hit, kind of just have to. He can put like whatever dies back on top of his deck, so if we kill the Scavenging Ooze, he can get it back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in our deck that can kill him here. Not the world's greatest odds, but definitely not the worst. I assume he sacrifices with Thragtusk here. We'll see if he does that or not. Hopefully he doesn't. That would buy us another turn to top deck something good. Yeah. This actually also lets him survive, what's it called technically? Exquisite Firecraft, because he can eat this, oh, nice. That's actually a really smart play on his part. Very good play. That's actually really brilliant. So now he just puts that on top and we lose the game. But, I mean, it was pretty close. I feel like it's a close match. We had, we played the outs as best as we can, and this is a bad matchup for us. Let's draw a card. Yeah, we weren't going to get there for a little bit. Let's see. So next card that would have mattered would have been... gosh, like another 14 cards through our deck, another 13 cards through our deck. So, not particularly close to winning there, apparently, but I think we played somewhat well. 2 bad matchups in a row, kind of brutal, but we don't really expect to see this one on Thursday, and we'll, I guess we have like probably a 5% chance of seeing this on Thursday as well. Maybe a little bit higher, given that it's a pretty easy legacy deck to play, and there's pretty high stakes for the tournament. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys.